Hey, 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 Eagles. Why do I call you Eagles? Because if you're watching this, you're looking to soar. You're looking for a little push because even Eagles need a push to get out of the nest and get roaring. So let me know where you're coming in from. Okay. Let me know if you're watching this on replay or it's live or whatever. But really, if you're looking to soar, if you're really looking to lift yourself up to a little bit higher heights, then you're going to want to pay attention for the next several weeks of the things that we do and we go through on this. The question I always have to ask, and I always look back here, is are you all in? I mean, are you all in? Are you all in on your life? It's not a gamble. In fact, the gamble is if you decide to hold back, if you decide to be too reserved, if you just decide to go with the flow, to get by till you die, all those sorts of things, the chips we could probably stack up as being years and months and days, whatever that way. But the bottom line is the big gamble in life is one where you don't, where you decide, by the way, it is a decision not to go all in. And by all in doesn't necessarily mean that you give up everything that you're doing today and you abandon jobs or you abandon families, you abandon. No, it means taking where you are today, getting really clear on where you want to be, and then take that precious time, that very precious time outside of the way that perhaps you currently make a living. Take that precious time, that extra 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, and put it to work for you. Now, here's the deal. Everything will conspire against you to do that. The messengers of mediocrity and the social morass of mediocrity around us will fight you tooth and nail not to move outside of the box of comfort. Because in fact, most of the people who really care for you, really love you, really want to look out for you, live in a small box. They just do. They live in that box. And you trying to move to better yourself, to go forward that way, oftentimes will be met with fierce resistance in the guise of, we're just looking out after for you, right? We just want everything to go okay. Being okay to me is the thing where you work for 40 hours a week for 40 years to live on 40% of what is really enough to fulfill one's dreams and objectives. It's interesting. The commitment that it takes to go all in, the commitment that it takes starts right here, comes with that desire. Also comes from the law of association. The law of association or proximity is very, very true, that people achieving and wanting to achieve and wanting to grow and wanting to build in their lives will make your life so much easier to accomplish those things. I didn't say easy, I said easier, right? And there are simple ways to do it. People will get around me. I have a whole other group that's called Eagle's Nest, if you can imagine. But if you really look to want to achieve, I mean, really achieve your life, in your life, achieve. What that's really about is you making a decision. Nobody making it for you. You making the decision. You finding the proper vehicle to work for you. Nobody ever got free or rich working at a job. You know that. I mean, it's just the way of life, right? People want to work to their golden years, right? And get their retirement check or all the things, the pieces they go. And typically they end up losing their vigor and vitality, their energy. They descend into the depths of decrepitude and exhaustion by giving up those years and their health to make another entity, an organization, a company wealthy. And that's just not the life that you want if you're paying attention to this. I know that, but it still takes this whole concept of getting all in, being all in on your life, nobody else's life, your life. Yeah. And again, you're not going to hear much about that because everybody's going to talk about, we just have to all come together and be nice and kumbaya. And how dare you want to grow and to build too much in your life, because I'm not going there. So I feel uncomfortable. So I'm going to make you feel uncomfortable in very subtle ways. Okay, it's not malicious. It's just the way that they are. They love you and you got to love them back, but you can't pay too much attention to them. You can't pay attention to the people that are deciding to live inside that box. Okay, inside that box where the death of dreaming continues to drop, that curtain drop and drop and drop and drop and drop. If that's you, if that's the place you want to go, if that's the place you want to be, that's fine. At least you make that decision. But if you're wandering around and kind of in that sort of haze of, I can't really, decide, or if I'm going to do it, or I've got all these other distractions in life, because the social construct is one of distractions, right? The social construct is one of obfuscation, of hiding things, hiding data, hiding a whole host of things. And people are getting whipsawed today like mad. You see it. I mean, just look across the social media today. Everybody's upset. Oh, look what gas is costing. Oh, look how much it costs at the grocery store. What? That's because they're getting whipsawed because there was no preparation. There was no ability for them to continue to increase their pie. They're trying to make that pie and cut it into smaller and smaller and smaller slices just to get by, because nobody taught them. But bottom line is that there is a better way. There's a way better way. There's an absolute better way. It doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your gender, doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter your nationality, it doesn't matter anything outside of one thing. And that's your decision to go all in, on your life, not a gamble. Okay, it's putting the chips of your life out there, being committed, knowing that it's your hand, knowing it's your hand to play, knowing it's your hand to win. But the only way you can win, is deciding that you're going to win. Not deciding that you're just going to get by until you die. Deciding you're going to win and live with vigor and vitality and energy and prosperity. Be able to grab hold of your time, have the adventures, make your life an epic adventure, explore, bring benefit to other groups around you, a whole host of other things. But the only way, again, you can do that is if you decide you're going to go all in and not make the excuses. Not be the excuses of, I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't know how, I don't put these pieces together. That's just nonsense. If it's important to you, you will absolutely find a way. If it's not, you'll find an excuse. It's that straightforward. I hear it all the time from people, if you can possibly imagine. And it's like, okay, I've heard it again. I got to get through all these other things in my life, or all the things that are in my way to succeed in the build. I got to get through all those things. I got to pay more attention to the minutia over here, even though I think it's really, really important at the time. All the minutia over here before I can focus and concentrate on a life, a better way, a way to lift everybody, lift my family, lift my children, lift my charities, lift my neighborhood, lift it all. Because we're so caught up in that minimalist average, because average sucks, by the way, but that average sort of North American or even global lifestyle of just getting by. So that's it right now for today. I will carry on this whole theme for the next few weeks, but stay plugged in, Eagles, because if you're an Eagle, you will be plugged in and you will decide that you will either soar or you'll just scrounge around on the ground like an ugly old chicken or pigeon. All right, that's it.